It's okay. Deja vu. It's okay. Deja vu. So guys, we're at the in-laws house and having the traditional New Year's lunch, and the earthquake hit, and as soon as it hit, the warning system's amazing. As while the house was still rocking, all our phones started to buzz, and up came all these warnings. So warning there's an earthquake, you know, move to a safe area. And really quick, it was only a magnitude 4 in Aichi where we were. It was a 7.4, they think, up in the northern part of central Japan. So it was only a 4 where we were, but it went on. It was a really long one. It reminded me of the Tohoku one. When Tohoku earthquake happened, it was really long. It wasn't real big in Aichi, but it went on, and this one was the same. So that's a ferry boat heading out to sea because there's a tsunami warning along the northern part of Japan. So it's amazing. This warning system is so fast. We were watching the normal New Year's nonsense on television, and it just disappeared, and up came this stuff, and this just continued for the next 4 hours until I came to make this video. So you can see the dust. It's the camera. This is up in the northern part, Ishikawa, where it was sort of the epicenter. You can see all the dust coming up from around the houses. And you can see the red on the map of Japan there, that's the tsunami warning. And at one stage they're actually predicting a 5-meter tsunami for Ishikawa, which would have been devastating. Later on, as you'll see, they got one that was about 1.5 meters. So they've still got the tsunami warning in effect, but it looks like that might have been it. But in the last 4 hours since this hit, we've had one aftershock after another. I think there's been 7 so far. 7 aftershocks, which is normal too. You get that after an earthquake. So you can see there the people evacuating. You can see the people running past down the bottom there. This camera system is amazing too. They're all around Japan, all around the coast of Japan, those cameras. And the same thing happened in Tohoku. Some of you guys might have seen that video. We did exactly the same thing, pulled out the camera and videoed it. And it was live video of the tsunami coming into Tohoku and wiping out all the towns. And same thing here, so they can see what's happening. So you can see people evacuating. There's people walking. They usually tell you to leave your car behind and just walk to a high spot. So that's what they're doing. Fair enough too. If the 5-meter tsunami came, that town would be in deep trouble. But the interesting thing is there's a fair bit of time, and they can predict pretty accurately when it's coming. So it was a good 45 minutes to an hour before the first tsunami came through. So you can see there are different areas. So at the top, Ishikawa, they were predicting 5 meters. And then those other cities there, the other towns there, predicting 3 meters. So obviously they always tell you worst case scenario. So it could be what it is or not. But lots of time to evacuate, which is amazing. This system's really impressive. There's that ferry heading out to sea. They usually do that, the fishing boats do that too, because near the shore tsunamis are devastating, but when you get out to sea where the water's deeper, it could just be a swell going past. So it's usually the strategy that they use. Oh, this is pre-recorded video of the earthquake actually hitting there. This is how much the camera moved. So what they normally do, as you're watching the live feeds on television, they keep getting different bits of video from around the place, and they show you that. This is what was happening when the earthquake actually hit. Oh, here's the first tsunami coming in. It was about a metre. It was only about a metre, but it came in. It was really heavy, and it's splashing up. You could see it splashing up over the walls up there. Quite a tense time, because you just don't know. You know, they predict a 5-metre tsunami. You just don't know. So we see that the first one go over the wall over there. So we don't know then if the next one's going to be a 5-metre and wipe out that town right before our eyes, which is what happened with Tohoku. So here's a video later on they actually got of the 1-metre one hitting. So 1 metre, you know, tsunami's not that big, but fairly powerful. So it seems that up till now the tsunami hasn't done a lot of damage, but the earthquake has wiped out a few houses, as you'll see shortly, and started some fires. So there are some people missing. Oh, here's that tsunami, look. So it's breaking over the walls, look. But as far as we know so far, the tsunami didn't do any damage. But the earthquake demolished lots of houses, as you'll see, and there are people missing. So we don't know yet what the story's going to be with that. Look at that. So these are these live feeds. So then they're watching the rivers, right? Because we saw that with Tohoku, the river will suddenly drop in its level, and then suddenly the tsunami will come and it'll get really deep and overflow. That's what happened with Tohoku. Sorry guys, didn't edit this. Didn't edit it. Just put all the video into the editor and just put it all together. Didn't edit it, so it's a bit messy, but you're getting the idea. So this is a pretty huge fire, as you can see. One of our Japanese families is actually a fireman, so he was sitting there. He's a firefighter trainer, actually. So he was giving us all sorts of interesting information as we're watching all this from a firefighter's perspective. The other problem they get in earthquakes, of course, is that the water mains were broken all over the place. We saw lots of video of that, and that obviously hampers putting out fires. So it's a bit of a cycle. Yeah, collapsed road. Amazing, isn't it? Amazingly powerful. Then they managed to get a camera to where that fire was. It's amazing, isn't it? What can you say, guys? It's devastating, isn't it? 300 earthquakes a year we get in Japan on average. But a lot of them are just tremors. They don't do a lot of damage. But now and again, you're going to get one like this, you know. It's just statistically what happens. And then these old houses, their roofs are so heavy that when they get that swaying motion backwards and forwards, eventually it gives, and the weight of the heavy old roof comes down on top. That's classic, exactly what you see. Sorry guys, everyone's crowding around the TV because everyone wants to see what's happening. Just changed the whole day. We're sitting there with a table covered with food. Look at this house is actually rolled down the hill. It's actually rolled. So it's a fairly new house, so it would have been built to earthquake standards, so it didn't break up, so it stayed together. But the ground gave way. So the house stayed in one piece, but just rolled down the hill. Just amazing, isn't it? So a landslide caused by the earthquake, of course. As soon as that happens, as soon as an earthquake happens, all the trains stop. It's automatic. The bullet train stops. All the reporters put on their helmets. It's just what they do. No matter where they are, they put on their helmet. So what you're looking at now is people that were evacuated from their homes because they're in low-lying areas. So because of the tsunami warning, they're evacuated from their homes. And then what you're also seeing is people that were stranded. It's New Year's Day. People go to their family homes and visit people for New Year's Day lunch, and then they head home. This is 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so lots of people would have been going to the train station to go home, and the trains get cancelled. And until they've finished checking all the lines, so probably till tomorrow at least. So it's just devastating for people, directly and indirectly, you know, and just terrible timing, New Year's Day. It's sort of the Japanese equivalent of Christmas Day, really, New Year's Day. It's a really important time for Japanese people, very auspicious too, so that'll be pretty upsetting for some people. So that 3 metre thing, that's tsunami warning, still in effect. It seems that the biggest ones that came so far are 1.2 metres, came at 4:21 just after the earthquake, so it looks like that might be it. So they've still got the tsunami warnings in effect, but it looks like that might have passed. So the biggest damage is going to be from the earthquake, most likely, directly. So the only numbers they've given us so far is they only know that there's people missing. They haven't reported how many people have been injured or how many people have died yet, but we suspect there's going to be some. Oh, here's one of the tsunamis rolling through. There's actually a series of them, a series of little tsunamis that rolled through. So New Year's Day took a sudden turn, guys, in a big way. So that's what's going on there. It's just part of life in Japan, you know, 300 earthquakes a year. Now and again we get a big one like this. This is the result. So anyway, that was that. More videos coming soon.